Okay, for this video, I just want to give an overview of ACGTuate and what it does and some of the features that are in ACGTuate, why we wrote the product, and why we think it's an important product. It's kind of summarized here when you start ACGTuate and get to the actual application. There's a lot of information on our webpage, but here we just have a short summary of some of the main features, and I'll try to show you how they relate to some of the things in the UI to give you an overview of how to do things. First of all, ACGTuate is it's a web application. There's no software to download, and that allows you to do all your analysis directly from the web, and you're not tied to any particular computer, and it's an important feature. There are other pipeline or workflow tools for doing bioinformatics, but they're desktop based and they're written more for programmers, I would say, than for biologists. They're much more difficult to use for a non-programmer. ACGTuate also has a number of collaboration features built in. One is the ability to share your pipelines. Right here you see the Community Pipelines tab, and these are some of the pipelines that we share right now. But when you define a pipeline, and you can share it. Let me log in here real quick, and I'll just give you a real brief look at how to do that. Okay. Alright, these are the pipelines that I've defined. And to share a pipeline, basically you just go to Properties, and you can see this is one of the ones that we saw over in the Community Pipelines. You just check this box, add a description and some other information, and you can assign permissions to it as well. And that's how you share a pipeline. So when you're done with the pipeline, it's very easy to share. It's very easy to secure the pipeline so that only certain users can see it, or you can, as in this case, we can share it with all users. So those are the collaboration features. There's one more, and this is called the Community Toolbox. We allow you to define new pipeline services. And this is a very powerful feature. You can, if you're a researcher and you have some novel algorithms running on your computer that do some kind of sequence analysis, it's very easy to wrap that algorithm as an ACGTuate service. And furthermore, it will still run off your computer. You don't have to distribute software. You don't need a web server. We distribute it's basically a polling server that runs on your computer, and then it polls for requests, and then it invokes your algorithm, and it invokes your algorithm just through a simple command line protocol. So it's very easy to wrap, even if you're not an expert programmer. It's easy to wrap services that are running on your computer so that other people can use them. And let's see, we also keep a permanent record of everything that you do. So if you execute a pipeline, it keeps a record of it. In this case, I just click the button, click the link to bring up the executions of this basic blast pipeline. You can see there's one of them, and I can look here and I can fetch the output. And so I always have a permanent record of everything that I've done. And that's very important. I can delete these at any time, but I can always go back and look at my results. And okay, I think that's all I'll talk about for now. I'll continue the overview in the next video.